Believe it or not, this is what summer in New Zealand looks like in many parts of the country right now. Ex-tropical cyclone Hale brought in the new year, wreaking havoc for holiday hotspots like the Coromandel and Gisborne. But it's not uncommon, according to weather experts, and the bad news is more rain and wind could be on the way.
We've just come out of a 5-year rainfall deficit where we had a lot of high pressure. We were having droughts forming right across the country, especially in the North Island. And then all of a sudden in 2022, rainfall returned back to normal, and in fact in some cases more than normal. And then we get more of that wet weather going into summer. So it's a bit of a shock to the system after 5 very dry summers. Now we're back to a wet summer. And is it unusual to get, a tropical cyclone? Not really either. I mean, we do get the remnants of a cyclone every year or two. So it's to me a fairly normal summer, except we've had 5 years of dry and now we've swung the other way, so it feels very wet.
Much of the latest weather can be attributed to La Niña, which has seen Pacific Ocean waters cool to below average temperatures, bringing cloud, rain and thunderstorms both here and around the world. That's expected to fade heading into winter, where we could instead see El Nino, where the opposite happens and ocean waters are above average. Climate change could also be a factor, with many scientists suggesting although we've had less cyclones hit, the ones that have been more severe.
There is a very clear link now. There's a couple different fields of climate science that are important now. The first studies the emergence of the real signal of climate change above natural variability. The second aspect of that is actually understanding and identifying the component that can be described as climate change in any individual event. We call that attribution.
As for the future, the world should prepare for more severe weather events to come.
We should expect more of this kind of thing in the future. So the physics is simple. The warmer the atmosphere is, the more water and energy it can hold. And that means stronger storms, stronger winds, bigger waves. All those things come with it.
Back here, it might not be time just yet to repack your camping gear or expect overly settled weather, with the forecast for the rest of the month heading into February expected to continue in a somewhat chaotic pattern.
We're seeing a lot more high pressure over the South Island carry on, so their dry weather continues on in many regions. And in the North Island, the northeastern corner, that Gisborne, East Cape area, still more inclined to be clipped by the odd rainmaker and a few afternoon downpours and thunderstorms that pop up in the central North Island. But I do think the North Island may be drying out a little bit more, which will be good news for a lot of people after what has been a very wet start to the year.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.